So I've gone through quite a bit of different brands. Through my journey of like trying different things out, I found
Hmm.
that some things work better than others. And I'm a big advocate of like going the route of approaching things that can get like at least like 80% of the work done. And
Hmm.
there's some things where it's like, okay, I noticed like a tiny bit of improvement here and there. But then like the cost of like the physical cost of the thing, but then also the cost of like taking the time out to prepare whatever it is. It's like, and this past year this has been like the only stuff I've really been taking.
Hmm.
And anything else, like I've got other recommendations too, but this is all what I'm taking like at the current moment. And then I'm imagining later on in your process, like let's say you get like a month or two in, then there's other things I can recommend, which will do that like 5% difference, but it'll be more noticeable then because it'll be a thing where it's like, okay, you feel like you've sort of hit like a peak, and then it's like, all right, try this out. And then it's like, whoa, all right, bam, new
Gotcha.
new growth. So the first thing, you don't have to get this exact brand, but this is like just like a big tub of pea protein. Yeah, so this is just like I started taking like plant-based proteins a while back because I
Hmm.
had watched the documentary Game Changer or whatever,
Hmm.
and I just tried it out. And at least for me, I noticed that when I switched from whey protein to plant-based protein, my joints felt a lot less stiff. Like I'd get this like stiffness in my neck.
Hmm.
And it might have just been the brand of whey protein. Like it's been years since I've like devoted myself to having like an entire tub of like a whey protein brand.
Hmm.
But this one I've been starting to take in particular because price per gram of protein is like super cheap. Like one scoop is
Hmm.
30 grams and there's close to like 80 scoops in here.
Yeah, I noticed it's quite
So
large.
yeah, so it's like a big tub and I think it's like $50 maybe. So for $50, you're getting 80 servings of 30 grams of protein. And
How many pounds is that thing? Is it 2 pounds?
yeah, I want
Should
to say it's
say
like
at the bottom of the label on the front.
it says 7 pounds. I
Holy
don't know.
shit.
Well, I've been
Well, yeah,
eating
it's
quite a
probably
bit
not
of it, so
seven
it's
pounds now.
less.
So I
Yeah, it's
just
like
I just got this delivered today via the Aldi protein. So this is 30
yeah.
grams, but I didn't know it's got creatine and amino acids in it too. Will that
Oh
make a difference?
no, that's fine.
I figure it was just a good way to start getting those original 30 grams. I didn't mean to hop ahead of you.
Oh no, that's
Uh,
perfectly fine. That's cool. So that's good that that came in today. Yeah, in terms of like proteins, like I found that the biggest thing is just like I only landed on this one because the dollar amount
mhm,
and what I was getting for it. It was like I was able to both get a plant-based protein and get a lot of it for pretty cheap.
mhm,
But I'm not like against whey proteins or anything like that. It's just like, and who knows? I make because like I've been seeing the evolution thing at Aldi as well. So it's like I might
mhm.
just pick it up there while I'm at the store shopping.
Was
But
only 18 bucks.
yeah, like that's and you said how many servings is in it?
Hold on, I tell you. It says 19 per container. I don't know. There's like a whole lot more in here than I don't believe it's
Okay.
19. But either way, I mean,
That's still pretty good. That's like a dollar per because it's like a dollar per 30 grams. Like, yeah, like that's like a pretty cool thing. Cause like if you were to get so like I just recently went to Aldi's and I grabbed some beef and stuff. So let's see real fast. So let's see. So this is 1.26 pounds of
mhm,
really lean ground beef and it was close to like $8.
mhm.
And this might be like 70 grams. So it's like $8 for 70 grams. Or you could do two scoops, which would be 60 grams, and it's only $2. So it's
Yeah.
like insane how, like, but there's the ups and downs with that. So it's like, yeah, you could get the 60 grams from a protein shake,
Mhm.
but then you're probably going to feel hungry later and it gets kind of bland after a while, continually
Do
doing
you do
protein
like
shakes.
4 shakes a day or 3?
Right now I'm on 4. I was doing 3 because I was running into the issue of like, okay, it's getting kind of boring and I'm getting kind of hungry. So
Gotcha. Just because
yeah,
I've been tracking here. So like the way I have it broken down is like right now I'm at like 1335 with everything. And that's with I added the 3 large scoops of protein already, just like to preload it in there. And one like mozzarella cheese stick because it's an easy way to get in 5 grams, but I didn't eat that yet. So I'm coming up 20 grams short, and I just didn't know if it was like overkill to like do a fourth protein shake.
there's way more benefits of going over the amount
Yeah.
than there are for. I don't think there's any benefits for being under the protein. At
Okay.
least that's how I view it.
Yeah,
It's
but other than that, I've been like following the chicken. Only thing was for my dinner meal, I did take the rice out of it. But for lunch, I had rice in it. So it's the same meal, just 4 ounces of chicken breast and broccoli.
Cool.
I,
Yeah, as long as like the protein gets hit and the calories are like you see, like at this point, it's not, you don't want to feel like you're like starving yourself or anything like that.
well, I don't want to feel my thing. I don't want to get the food coma. I
Yeah.
figured so far I feel really good energy wise. Now,
Nice. Okay.
yeah, and I did what you had on the sheet, right? So I just kind of brewed a pot of coffee to have on standby. So
There
like
you
I've only
go.
had one mug, but I like drank it immediately. Like I had it immediately after breakfast, so I just like kind of been sipping at it all day long. I have not felt hungry yet, which is a good thing.
Pretty
So
cool, right? It's like,
yeah, like I don't want any snacks. Like probably I'm gonna drink this while I'm on here with you, and then I'm probably gonna go have my dinner thing. And then I'll probably throw another scoop in the bottle so that when I have a group dance lesson with Masha tonight, so I'll
oh,
probably
nice.
chug this after that anyway.
Yeah, that's a good idea because it's kind of a workout too, in a sense, you know?
It is. We're
And
just like mainly getting it down now, but yeah. So I feel really good right now.
nice. No, that's a good sign. And it's like, it's definitely what should be happening. Like the body's tapping
Hmm.
into some fuel sources that allow for more of like sustainable energy
Hmm.
throughout the day rather than just kind of like quick
Hmm.
carbohydrate burst and crash, you know?
Gotcha.
So, last thing that I wanted to point out too with the protein.
Yeah, dude.
A thing that like, let's say you're experimenting, you're trying different brands and you're looking at the labels and things like that. And it says like, sometimes they're a little tricky with the phrasing. It might be like 30 grams per serving.
Mm.
And then when you look at like the serving size, it's like, they'll like label it differently. I'm trying to think, like, I wish I had like an example of one, but there was one where it was like, it made it sound like, holy crap, there's 80 servings in this. And not this one specifically, but it's like there's 80 servings in this.
But a serving
Each
size will be
each
two
scoop.
scoops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh, there's really 40. And then two with like the calories, I had a different protein that I was taking, but with me doing like the 3 or 4 protein shakes, each serving was like 250 calories, and it was
Mm.
mainly because they added all these things to make it taste really good. So it was like very high in carbs, and I was like, I don't really want the carbs. I just want the protein part of it. So that led me on this journey to finding this brand. But it
What's the calorie count of that one?
says 160.
Okay, so
So
yeah, this one's 180, which I thought was a little higher than normal, I guess.
I think it's probably because it has like the flavoring stuff in it, but honestly, like I could like you're fine with the like just those extra
Hmm.
calories in there. If it makes it easier to like be more consistent with it too, it's like that's
Hmm.
awesome. Like this tastes like a stale pretzel. Not a huge fan of the flavor of it. It's
Hmm.
literally unflavored and it's like, I don't know, it gets a job done for me, but soon I'll be looking for like a different
Hmm.
brand as well. So we went through the protein. The next thing that I've been doing as well is I've been adding Metamucil.
Yeah, you were telling me
The
about this.
Yeah,
Does it
it's
help?
like it really helps because to kind of like open up, you know, like so people make the jokes. Like I've had people tell me they're like Metamucil that makes you poop, right? I'm like, it doesn't make you poop. It just makes pooping easier. Like that's one of the benefits, at
Yeah.
least. But the fiber in it, so many studies have been showing a great link between high fiber diets and great propensity or great growth, like probiotics in the gut and the digestion tract. Like our whole body's covered in bacteria, and anything we can do to help the good bacteria grow more, the better.
Hmm.
And sure, you could do things like prebiotics. The studies on that stuff, it's still very hazy. Some people don't even know like which bacteria is even a good bacteria.
Hmm.
So the body kind of helps to self-regulate that. But when you also give the bacteria the things that it needs to grow, that's been showing to like that's actually just more of a proven way of helping
Mm.
with probiotics or the good bacteria in the gut stuff. So like fiber, but then on top of it too, the thing that I've definitely seen a benefit from is like the stool softening aspect of it. So when you're taking this and you're drinking a lot of water, it does make going to the bathroom easier. Not that I've
Hmm.
had like difficulty, and this is again now it's getting to the kind of like opening up part here. But I've had times where it's like going to the bathroom, maybe I didn't drink enough water the day prior, and if the stool is too hard, you can like wipe your butt and there'll be like blood
Yeah.
on. So it's like I've had like too many times of that happening. And then I was like, all right, I think I just got to get my fiber right. So doing the fiber with the protein shake and then also making sure that like I'm drinking enough water throughout the day It's like I went from a period of time where I'm like, all right, I feel like I can sense it tomorrow. It's probably going to be the day where there's some blood. And now it's like not happened. Like
Gotcha.
you don't have to do a serving with every protein shake. I would just do what it recommends. So like I think it's like one serving twice a day. So like I'll do one with like the morning protein shake, and then I'll do another one like later on in the day. But that's sort of like dependent on how, like, I don't know, how you feel with it. Like if you do one serving and you're like, yeah, no, that felt good. But then if you try two, it's like, I don't know, I felt like my stomach was upset. Then it's like, okay, stick with one. It's like a little bit, experiment with it. And then like while we're still on the topic of powders, I've been adding this to my drinks in the morning. It's like a greens blend. This brand has a lot of different like themed powders.
Like flavored ones, or just like one is greens, or
yeah, so it's like both a combination of flavors and like focused benefits. So like my dad was saying, he's like, yeah, I feel like this winter, now that it's coming up, I'm like, oh, my nose, and I feel like I'm getting sick.
Okay,
I was like, oh, get this. So I've ordered this for him. It's like immunity focused. So there's more citrus. And then this one that I've got for myself is just more like superfoods. So the idea behind this is like the greens, like the actual like green substances, plants, chlorophyll. I think that's it's like it helps with regulating the pH balance in the body. Like the body already does it already, but there's definitely been linkages where if someone has too high of a pH, there's like one of two things that can typically happen. If someone's pH levels in their body is like slightly too high, whether it's in the gut or I guess like the stomach, not only could it like break down the stomach lining or the lining of the gut, but the body responds to the high pH by either storing more fat, because if there's more fat in the body, it can also help to retain more water, which helps to lower the pH levels. And then what was the other one? Or the other thing that can happen is the high pH, with it breaking down like the stomach lining and things like that. You're at an increased risk of getting like leaky gut syndrome, as well as not being able to absorb the nutrients. So it's weird. So you got one group of people where it's like, holy crap, I don't know why I keep storing all this fat no matter what I'm doing. I'm working out so hard, which also increases pH levels. And it's like I'm not eating any foods, but like the foods they are eating are very high in acidity. It's like, and I'm gaining all this weight. And then you got the other group where it's like, holy crap, nothing I do is helping me put on weight. And it's because all that they're eating, their body's not properly absorbing the nutrients. And it's like a really weird thing. So I'm not saying that this will like cure leaky gut syndrome or anything like that, but it's like another approach to
it'll help prevent it.
Yeah. And it can help possibly to, reverse some things. I just, disclaimer out there. And then another really cool benefit is there's like micronutrients. If you're eating fruits and vegetables, you're basically doing that. This is just like a powdered, pulverized form. So even if you're taking a multivitamin, there are certain vitamins where I think it's referred to as like a bioavailability. Like
yes, whether or not your body absorbs it when you take it orally.
Yeah, exactly. And then even if your body can absorb it, if it's not the right like amount of it, it's like you're not really going to see too much results. So this is sort of like, in my mind, I mainly think of it like I'm getting my vitamins and minerals, but I'm approaching it from a different angle. So rather than a pill form, it's coming from just pulverized fruits and vegetables.
I'm looking it up right now as we're talking.
Yeah, so this I got on Amazon, Amazing Greens, it says. Oh, Amazing Grass. I was ordering different ones. They had like a alkalinity one, a digestion one, and then I stumbled on the superfood one, and I was like, oh, I'll just stick with that.
Gotcha.
So we only got two more things left. This is one of the last things. So this is from that brand that I was talking about, Animal. This is their like multivitamin, and instead of like one pill, it comes with like
they're prepackaged. That's variety. Yo, I need that.
Cool. It's the only thing that's not fun is like taking a bunch of these. But if you take it enough, like literally what I'll do, not that I recommend this, but like I can like pop 3 of them in my mouth and like down it all at once.
Yeah, that's what I've been. So I have the I call it the old people container, the one that's got like your days laid out, and I have all my vitamins in it. What's in that one? Like, what is that pack?
Yeah, so there's like a variety different things. Like I'm looking at the nutrition label thing, and it's like just like a whole list of things. But this is called Animal Pack. Yeah, PAK. It really just like covers all the bases when it comes to getting the vitamins and minerals and stuff. And the extra benefit is that people that made this are like, they have in mind that like, okay, our type of person that's going to buy this is someone who's going to the gym, they're watching their calories, they're trying
Mhm.
to build muscle, they might be trying to lose some fat. So with that in mind, what can we do to give them something
Gotcha.
that's going to aid them in that journey? So, and then another cool benefit as well. So this has 44 packs in it.
Mm.
And let's say you got a really good gym session in, they recommend you actually take a second pack later in the day. So you
Mm.
could do like one in the morning, and then let's say a few hours go by, and then you hit the gym, and then you have your protein shake. You just have this with that protein shake,
Mhm.
and it's like extra ensuring that you have all the nutrients and stuff that you need.
I'm listening. I'm just typing it in.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I recently got Luke on it. He was like, yeah, I'm taking the one a day men's
Oh, they got the powder
pro.
too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the powder thing seems pretty cool. I was like, I only got the pills because I was like, I'm taking enough powders. I don't know. It could be.
Do you do their nighttime one too?
I tried their nighttime one for a little
Did it
while.
help
I
you
was
or no?
trying to think what I felt kind of sleepy the next day waking up,
Mm.
but I would say like I definitely
I know how
knocked
important
out.
sleep is to all this, and I'm trying to organize my life so I could at least be in bed by 10. Like I know
Yeah.
it doesn't mean go to sleep at 10 on the dot, but I know you burn like anywhere between like 5 and 800 calories when you fall asleep. Like when you go to sleep because your body is like
Processing everything, and then even
yeah,
like the brain is super active. I think that's probably where a lot of calories go, to be honest.
yeah, but getting better sleep helped me lose weight quicker. Like I wasn't like forcing myself to go to sleep at 10, but I said, okay, no matter what you're doing, you're like laying in your bed at 10 o'clock. And like, I would just like read a book or something, like try to get through a chapter and like make your brain tired and then fall asleep.
Yeah.
But I'm sure do you have a sleep schedule as well that goes along with all this, or you just like have a certain time that you need to be in bed?
I have certain like things that I try to do
Mm-hmm.
before bed to make sure that I'm getting a good sleep with my like nighttime with my night shifts and stuff at Amazon. It's pretty much
Mm-hmm.
like when I get done work, I'm so exhausted that
Mm.
it's like there's not too much that I need to go to sleep. I lay in bed and then I knock out. But I also like while we're on the topic of sleep, I do set up like the bedroom environment to help with it. So the windows, I kind of took a ghetto approach. I took black trash bags, taped it
Oh,
up
and
around
just
the
like
window.
covered up your windows. Yeah.
Yeah, I have an air conditioner in the window. So I have like a timer on my outlet.
Oh,
So
okay.
2 hours before I get into the bedroom, it's running the air conditioner. So it makes sure the bedroom's
Oh,
cold.
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And then like white noise machine. My mom had gotten me that one. And then recently I got like a weighted blanket. It's like
Mm,
20 pounds
hmm
and it's very comfortable. It's like,
mm,
but I heard that the weight, like each person, they like there's a recommendation for like how much the blanket should weigh. And I'm not
gotcha.
too sure like I just had heard someone who was around the same measurements as me. He's like, yeah, 6 whatever, they weigh this much, and then so 20-pound blanket. I was like, oh, cool. I'll just get the
Gotcha.
20 pound. With the on the note of like the nighttime supplements, I feel like you could probably I would recommend waiting only because I have a feeling that with the change in the diet and then the change in the exercises, by the end of the day, you should be feeling like pretty tapped out that like
Mm,
you're going to get good sleep from that.
okay.
And then when I had gotten the nighttime supplements, it was mainly as like a backup plan to make sure that I got the good sleep. So
Gotcha.
this is like I've been doing this stuff for a while, and then it was like, okay, I know I'm only going to get 6 hours of sleep tonight. I'm going to take this to make sure those 6 hours count.
Gotcha.
So maybe like after a month or so, you can get that. Or if you just want to like,
Mhm.
at least that's my recommendation. I have a feeling like after a month, you'll kind of gauge what things are looking like because things are going to change. So it'll be hard to know like, is it that or is it these other
Yeah, I
things?
mean, I'm doing a lot of extra practicing for this showcase thing on the 19th for the dance school. So I'm sure after that, like life's going to slow down a little bit too.
So, and then this is the last one. I was kind of telling you a bit about.
Oh, I love Jocko Willing.
Jocko. He talks about the krill oil, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get the krill oil. Total game changer. Like my knees pristine.
Oh, so that's yeah. I don't know if I should stop doing it and just try the krill oil. So something is that your mom?
Oh yeah, my mom just came in.
Hi there.
Hi.
Nick says hi.
One of the things my doctor said was get on turmeric.
Oh yeah.
And I've been taking that, and my joints are absolutely like feeling good. It's a natural anti-inflammatory. But if you think it's better for tracking results, I will try to switch over to the krill oil.
I mean, first thing that comes to my mind is like if the turmeric is working, then like stick with it. But if you're looking to mix it up, then like the next thing I'd recommend trying at least is
I'll order the Jocko.
yeah. So maybe like
I'm
after
making a
the
list.
turmeric, once you're done the turmeric, like use it up
Yeah.
and then try the krill oil. There's other benefits as well because it's got like the omegas and things like that. So it's good for like brain function, things like that. Omega-3 fatty acid, heart health. Yeah, the sticker's kind of like covering. So anyway, so the Jocko thing, that's kind of like the last thing.
I'm making like a buy it list right now on Amazon as you're saying all this. Yeah. So
and then again, I have like other things I could recommend as well, but they're things where it's like I want to wait till we have like a solid baseline. We see what's been working. And when you get to the point, like, oh, things are kind of slowing down a bit, or you might want to like mix up the pace. Or even if you're like, dude, I want to go more ham, then it's like, nice. I know exactly what to offer next. I was going to say prescribe, but I think legally I'm not allowed to say the word prescribe.
Recommend.
Recommend, yeah. The thing that I like to say is if I was in your situation, these are the things, this is what I take. I'm just saying this works for me. And yeah, it's all natural stuff. So yeah, that's kind of like, that's literally all the stuff I'm taking now. I don't know if there's the Zoom thing says that there's like 5 minutes left. So I don't know if there's any other stuff you want to talk about in the 5 minutes.
No, not really. So my thing is like we're getting all this stuff down. I'm probably gonna have all this other stuff by tomorrow anyway. So I guess is next week when we start figuring out the like workout stuff, or how does this work? Because right now I'm still technically working out, but I don't know if I'm
kind of doing it like doing your own thing.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't want to like I guess like waste those workout sessions, if that makes sense. But then again, doing something is still better than doing nothing. So
yeah.
But what is the like roadmap here, I guess?
Yeah, so from what it sounds like, you're already like super on top of what I would think or say is like the hardest part, which is like getting the meal thing, getting the supplements down, tracking that stuff. And the only thing I want to have us be aware of is that like once we start adding in like the workouts and the different like foam rolling, stretching routines, I just wouldn't want that to hinder these things of the taking the supplements at the proper times or like eating the foods and tracking it. It's like these are the things that are going to make every single workout go from like having like the way that I see it, it's like you can get like almost like a week's worth of results just from like the one workout, as long as these things are like dialed in properly. It's kind of like if a business is providing their employees with like the work environment and the supplies and the encouragement they need, it's like they'll be able to produce way more in a day than they could in a week. But if the work culture and all these things are off, then it's like that's why the business is struggling with getting their workers to feel motivated and get things done.
Gotcha.
So it's like, so that's kind of like the analogy there for that. But it sounds like, as long as the tracking continues to happen and the portioning out is continuing to happen and we're sticking with what we've decided to eat, then like the way that I see it is like tomorrow I can start sending you stuff for like
send me whatever
foundational fitness things.
Yeah, send me whatever you think is best. I'll read it over or whatever between like now and whenever the next time is we meet, and just I'll like write down my questions, I guess. But yeah, no, I mean I like meal prep. I was in my kitchen today for an hour. I threw all my chicken in a grill pan, and just like laid out the containers. So they're like, I sent you a picture. They're like ready to go. I don't have a problem doing all the tracking. The reason I need this is because like I get better when I have a routine. If I'm left up to like doing it when I get to it, I'll never get to it. So this is actually helping me a lot in order to focus, because otherwise I'll say to myself, you're too busy for this right now. But now I'm not doing that. I'm saying, okay, so hey, welcome to waking up this morning. Go boil your 3 eggs, while you're waiting on your 3 eggs, drink your protein shake, take your vitamins. Great. Okay, that's done. And then like, so right now I feel very good. I don't think I'm not going to quit that easily. I don't, so.
And I'll make sure too that is not going to happen.
Yeah, and you can have Luke talk shit on me if I mess up too. Like you can have Luke call me like, "Yo, I heard you were bitching out." Like,
and if it gets really bad, we'll get Masha on it too.
No. She already guilts me enough at the dance studio.
Oh gosh. So yeah. So what I'm thinking is tomorrow. So it says there's only like a minute left on the thing. So I'm gonna be kind of like a workout video. It's gonna be pre-recorded. I'm gonna explain the whole foam rolling stretching routine, and I would say continue doing like your workouts, add this in before you start the workouts. This is going to replace your warm up. The more times you do it throughout the day, honestly, the better. You can do minimum. You could do it twice a day when you wake up and then before the gym. But it's definitely like for the next, I want you to do this routine like each day for the next 5 days, and
Is
it'll
it
help to really,
is it something I could do like before bed, like maybe for recovery, like
yeah.
pressing like lactic acid out of your muscles and stuff like that?
Mhm.
Gotcha.
The only thing to be aware of is like, is it going to make you feel more awake or more tired? If it makes you more
Yeah,
tired, then like by all means do it. The only down thing would be, oh, I feel super awake right now. And it's like, oh,
gotcha.
so it's worth experimenting with. But
All
yeah,
right, cool.
before the
Yeah.
Zoom cuts us off, dude, great seeing you again today, and I'll hit you up with the information stuff for tomorrow.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much again, Alec.